So last time we have seen the use of radius of gyration. What is the importance of radius of gyration? We have to take only two observations. One is total mass of the body, and second is the radius of gyration, which is determined by knowing the dimension. But body has certain condition. The body has uniformity, symmetry like this. So depending upon the shape, depending upon the mass distribution, the MI of the body is calculated by three methods. Which method is applicable, that we should decide. So the first method that we will see is definition. MI of a body I is equal to summation of MI Ri square. I varies from 1 to n, or I is equal to mass of the first particle square of its distance from axis of rotation, mass of the second particle square of its distance from given axis of rotation, mass of the third particle square of distance from given axis of rotation, mass of the nth particle, like this. So this is a equation capital E. So equation E is used to determine MI of a body, of a rigid body, of any shape having no symmetry, like this. या इक्वेशनचा ड्रॉबॅक काय आहे, आपल्याला प्रत्येक पार्टिकलचं मास m1 m2 m3 m4 डिटर्मिन करावं लागेल आणि ॲक्सिस पासूनचं डिस्टन्स पण मेजर करावं लागेल. फॉर एक्झाम्पल, when we consider a body like this, then suppose we remove this first particle, take its mass second particle, and again you have to put the particle at the same distance and you have to measure. तर बॉडीच्या आत आपण डिस्टन्स नाही मेजर करू शकत इझिली. So this method is not practicable. Practically it is not used because we have to take n observation. The number of particles is very large. It may be a Avogadro number. So this equation A is not practicable because we have to take so many large observations. N observation for mass and n observation for distances. So this method is impracticable. This method is impracticable. Impracticable. And therefore, we have to use some another method. And in that we are using two methods. B. MI of a body I is equal to mk square. Say this is equation B, where m is equal to total mass of the body, total mass of the body, and k is a radius of gyration. Radius of gyration, which can be determined by knowing dimensions of the body. example, K is equal to R is equal to radius of the ring. K is equal to R by 2, R upon root 2, radius of disc like this. So, in this equation, we have to take only two observations. रेडियस ऑफ गायरेशनचा कन्सेप्ट आपण काय यूज करतो त्याचं हे सिंपल रिझन. ओनली टू ऑब्झर्वेशन्स आर रिक्वायर्ड. वन इज मास. डायरेक्ट टोटल बॉडी आपण पॅनमध्ये ठेवायची बॅलन्सच्या आणि टोटल मास आपल्याला इझिली करता येईल. इथे आपल्याला एन पार्टिकलचे मासच घ्यावे लागतील. प्रॅक्टिकली नॉट पॉसिबल. So this method is impracticable, this method is practicable, and we have to determine K. For example, radius of ring that can be measured by vernier caliper, so we can find K, substitute here, like this. This is second method, which is practicable. Now, the third method is this method is practicable. This method is practicable. Now, third method, see. So this third method is this. For homogeneous rigid object or body having mathematically integrable mass distribution. That is, body having symmetry and uniform distribution of mass. Uniform distribution of mass. So in this case, Mi of such a body I is equal to integration of dm mass into r square. Integration of dm into r square or r square dm. You can use the equation like this. So here we are taking integration, therefore this is the condition. Mathematically integrable mass distribution, some meaning का है तो आपल्याला माहिती पाहिजे. For example, now if we consider the example of the blackboard, we will consider the example of the blackboard without frame. ही frame आपण consider केलेली नाही आहे. Okay. So if we consider a unit area dA is equal to 1 centimeter square. Suppose it has mass dm is equal to say 50 gram. Unit area is again used. Now we can measure the length and breadth or height. Length L is equal to say 2 meter means 200 centimeter. Height h is equal to say 1.5 meter means 150 centimeter. So what will be the total area? Length multiplied by height, that is equal to 200 multiplied by 150, that is equal to 0, 0, 0. This is area in centimeter square. So 1 centimeter square has mass 50 gram. Therefore this much area. For this area A is equal to this much. The total mass of the blackboard will be equal to dm, mass of the unit area, multiplied by area. So 50 gram multiplied by 30,000 centimeter square. So this is equal to 15 into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 is to 5 gram, or 15 into 10 is to 2 kilogram, like this. तर हे आपण मास काढू शकलो आपण, कारण the body has symmetry, axis of symmetry. Diagonal can be considered as the axis of symmetry. This line passing through the center of the leg, line passing through the center of the breast, etc. So body has symmetry, mass distribution is uniform, and therefore for 1 centimeter square mass is 50 gram. Therefore for this much area in centimeter square, the total mass is equal to this much kilogram, like this. याला mathematically integrable mass distribution म्हणतात. Second example. Now if we consider a rod like this, you can consider the meter scale in our laboratory. For experiment we are using the wooden meter scale. So its length is 1 meter, that is equal to 100 centimeter. Suppose we consider this much length dx centimeter. So it has certain mass dm. So total mass of the rod is obtained by integrating dm from 0 centimeter to 100 centimeter, because total length is 0 to 100 centimeter. आता हा dm कसा काढणार? So dm is equal to, याला आपण कैपिटल L, 0 to capital L integration. dm is equal to mass per unit length multiplied by width dx. So mass upon length multiplied by dx, like this. So dm is given by mass per length multiplied by length of the element dx. So total mass is m, total length is L multiplied by dx. So this integration will give the total mass of the body, like this. So in this way we can find the total mass if the body is having uniform distribution and symmetry and mathematically integrable mass distribution, like this. So in this equation, what is dm, what is r, that we have to see. So we will consider the example of a rod. This is the uniform rod. This is the center C. These are the ends A and B. So the axis is passing through the center. So this moment of inertia is denoted by IC. Now consider total mass capital M, total length capital L. So small m is equal to m upon L is equal to mass per unit length. If mass distribution is uniform, then m is equal to constant. mass distribution is uniform, then this mass Planck length will be constant. Now we will consider a single element here. Divide the rod AB into n number of very large number of small element. N is equal to total number of element. dm is equal to mass of. Divide the rod AB in very large number of small element of equal masses. So dm is equal to mass of each element. So this dm is given by total mass of the body upon number of elements. ह्या इक्वेशनचं एक्सप्रेशन देतो मी, बुक्समध्ये वगैरे काही दिलेलं नाही आणि ही मेथड आता आपल्याला बऱ्याच वेळा यूज करायची, इंटिग्रेशन मेथड. Since n is very large, 10 into infinity, therefore dm is very small, 10 into 0. So dm is an infinitesimal mass. So we will consider a single element here. Whose width is dx. So dm is equal to the distance is r. Consider a single element of mass dm at या पॉइंटला आपण नाव देऊन टाकू at point P at distance r from given axis or from central axis of the rod through C. Therefore di is equal to mi of this element is equal to moment of inertia is given by mass multiplied by square of distance. So I is equal to mi of whole rod AB about the central axis is I is equal to integration of di. So this is equal to integration of di की वैल्यू अपन ले ली dm into r square. So this equation C is like this. Divide the body into the very large number of element. Number of element is very large, therefore mass of each element is very small, infinitesimally small. We can find this mass dm. या dm की वैल्यू कशी करता येईल त्याचं एक्सप्रेशन इथे बाजूला देतो मी. dm is equal to mass Planck length multiplied by dx, and mass Planck length is given by total mass upon total length into dx, like this. So this value of dm can be substituted here like this. M upon L. M is the total mass of the body, L is the total length of the rod, etc. एक आपण example घेतलेलं आहे. So this is the process. Divide the body in very large number of small element of equal masses. If n is the total number of element, dm is the mass of the each element, then dm is equal to m upon n. N is the infinity, very large number of. Therefore, dm is tending to 0. Consider a single element situated at distance r. So, mi of that single element is given by mi of the single element is given by di, and the di is equal to, name is the formula, mass multiplied by square of distance. So mass of the element is dm and its distance from the given axis of rotation is r. So mass into square of distance will give the moment of inertia of the single element. Now if you integrate this, we will get the moment of inertia of the total rod. आता ही इंटिग्रेशन मेथड आपण ती बघितली, ती प्रॅक्टिकली आता आपल्याला यूज करायची. But to determine the moment of inertia of the uniform ring, but to determine the moment of inertia of the uniform disk, इंटिग्रेशन मेथड आपण तिथे यूज करणार आहोत. त्याच्यामुळे हे इंटिग्रेशन मेथड काय ती आपल्याला माहिती होती. हीच प्रोसेस आपण त्या दोघी केसेसमध्ये यूज करणार आहोत. रिंगचं डेरिवेशन तर आपल्या बुक्समध्ये दिलेलं नाही, डायरेक्ट रिझल्ट दिलेला आहे. हा डिस्कचं डेरिवेशन दिलेलं आहे, बघू आपण दोघी डेरिवेशन बघणार आहोत. ओके, so remember this process. So such article is not given separately in our books. We can calculate the mi of the body by three methods: equation A, equation B, and equation C. Every equation has certain advantages, disadvantages, and condition. So in this method is practically not possible, because we have to take n observation of masses and n observation of distances. The distances cannot be measured, the particle masses cannot be measured. N observation means very large number of observations. Therefore this method is impracticable. So practicable method are these two methods. One is B and other is C. So in method B, we have to determine the radius of gyration, and then using this radius of gyration we can find the value. So radius of gyration for the ring, radius of gyration for the disc can be determined by knowing its dimension, by knowing the dimension of the body. आणि इंटिग्रेशन मेथड आपण आत्ताच बघितलेली. सो बॉडी हॅज कंडिशन. होमोजिनियस मीन्स युनिफॉर्म डिस्ट्रीब्युशन ऑफ मास अँड सिमेट्री, like this. So homogeneous rigid body having mathematically integrated mass distribution, then we can use this relation. Homogeneous means uniform mass distribution and symmetry, like this. So using this integration method, we will derive the expression for the mi of the thin uniform ring, like this. So we have to apply that integration method to find the mi of the thin uniform ring. So we are using this type of arrangement. Let consider a homogeneous thin ring. Let capital M is equal to mass of the ring, capital R is equal to radius of the ring, capital L is equal to circumference oblique total length of the ring. Therefore L is equal to 2 pi r. Let small m is equal to capital M by L is equal to capital M upon 2 pi r is equal to mass per unit length, that is linear mass density of a ring. आपण इलेक्ट्रोस्टॅटिक मध्ये चार्ज डिस्ट्रीब्युशनच्या अशा 3 केसेस बघितल्या होत्या. If the charge distribution is uniform, then we have considered 3 quantities: charge per unit length, linear charge density, charge per unit area or surface charge density, and charge per unit volume, that is the volume charge density. तर तोच meaning इथे बनेल. So m is m upon L, m upon 2 pi r is equal to mass per unit length. याचा unit kg per meter is. Since a ring is homogeneous, it has symmetric and uniform mass distribution. So that m is equal to constant. So I will use this equation as number 1. Mass per unit length is equal to m upon L is equal to m upon 2 pi r, like this. Now we will consider the ring like this. The ring is shown like this. This is a thin uniform ring. This is the thickness. Like this. So total mass is capital M. This is the radius R. So here we will consider a single element whose mass is dm and whose length is dx, very very small. So divide the procedure for integration method is like this. Divide the ring into n number of small element of equal masses. Therefore dm is equal to mass of each element is equal to, the dm is given by dm is equal to mass of each element, dx is equal to length of the element, each element, and therefore dm is equal to mass of each element is equal to mass per unit length multiplied by length of the element, length of the small element. So dm is equal to small m into dx, length of the element is dx, and therefore this is equal to m by L into dx, m upon 2 pi r into dx. So this is equation second. So this element is also at distance r. Therefore I is equal to mi of the whole ring mi of the whole ring about central axis perpendicular to plane of the ring and perpendicular to its plane. हा तो सेंट्रल एक्सिस है. So about this axis, we have to find the moment of inertia r. So di is equal to mi of single element of mass dm at distance r from central axis as shown in the figure. So di is equal to mass of the element multiplied by square of its distance. Therefore, I is equal to integration of di from this is equal to integration of dm into r square. This is equal to dm की वैल्यू ही रखते हैं using equation 2. So I is equal to integration of dm is equal to m upon 2 pi r into dx into r square. Now, in this case, x is a variable, so that x varies from 0 to capital L, and therefore m is constant, one r will cancel, r is constant, 2 pi is constant, and only we have to take the integration from x is equal to 0 to x is equal to r of dx. So the integration method आता आपल्याला माहिती. Integration of dx is equal to x m into r upon 2 pi. Integration of dx is equal to x lower limit 0 upper limit l. हे इंटिग्रेशनच्या व्हॅल्यू लक्षात ठेवा. लॉग टेबलमध्ये लास्ट पेजवर इथे इंटिग्रेशनचे फॉर्म्युले दिलेले आहेत. द फर्स्ट फॉर्म्युला इज x raised to n. So x raised to n has integration x raised to n plus 1 upon n plus 1. हे इंटिग्रेशन मागे पण मी एक्सप्लेन केलेलं आहे, परत एकदा एक्सप्लेन करतो मी. इंटिग्रेशन ऑफ x raised to n dx is equal to x raised to n plus 1 upon n plus 1. So integration of dx is equal to integration of 1 into dx is equal to integration of 1 means x raised to 0 dx. Anything raised to 0 is equal to 1. म्हणजे इथे n आहे, इथे 0 आहे, म्हणजे n ची व्हॅल्यू 0 तर राईट हँड साइडला सबस्टिट्यूट केली आपण. सो x is equal to x raised to 0 plus 1 upon 0 plus 1 that is equal to x. So what is the conclusion? Integration of dx is equal to x. हा रिझल्ट इथे डायरेक्ट यूज केलेला आहे. So this is equal to m into r. R is equal to m into r upon 2 pi. Upper limit L, lower limit is 0. Substitute variable is equal to upper limit, substitute variable is equal to lower limit, and subtract. So this is equal to m into r into L upon 2 pi is equal to m into r upon 2 pi, and length is equal to 2 pi r. So 2 pi will get cancelled. Therefore I is equal to m r square. So this is equation 3. This is equation 4. So equation 4 gives mi of a ring of mass m, radius r, about its own axis. Own axis म्हणजे याला axis of symmetry, like this. So mi of the thin ring of mass m and radius r is given by like this. So this is the integration method. The mass distribution is mathematically integrable, and therefore we can use this method. Why it is mathematically integrable? Because the ring we have assumed is homogeneous, it is having symmetry, it is having uniform mass distribution, and therefore we can use this integration method. The procedure काय use केली ती लक्षात ठेवा. First we have found mass per unit length, because mass distribution is uniform. So total mass upon total length, that is m upon 2 pi r, it is a mass per unit length or linear mass density. It has unit kg per meter. Now we divide the ring into the n number of elements. N is a very large element. So mass of the single element, all elements are of equal masses. Therefore mass of the single element dm is given by mass per unit length. मास म्हटलं त्याचं युनिट के जी, म्हणजे लेफ्ट हँड साईडला युनिट के जी आहे आणि राईट हँड साईडला हा के जी पर मीटर मल्टिप्लाइड बाय मीटर. मीटर विल गेट कॅन्सल. इक्वेशन इज डायमेन्शनली 100% करेक्ट. सो डी एम इज इक्वल टू मास पर लेंथ मल्टिप्लाइड बाय लेंथ ऑफ द स्मॉल element, like this. So dm is equal to m into dx. This element has length dx along the circumference of the circle. So we have substituted this value of m here. So m upon L, mass per length, it is m upon 2 pi r. So mass of the each element is given by equation 2. If I is a mi of the whole ring about the central axis, याला central axis म्हणतात. The axis passing through the center of the ring and perpendicular to its plane is called as the central axis, or it is also called as the own axis. It is the own axis of the ring, like this. So the axis passing through the center of the body and perpendicular to its plane is called as the central axis, or it is own axis, like this. So in this way so this total moment of inertia is calculated by integrating di. So what is the meaning of di? Di is a moment of inertia of the single element of mass dm situated at distance r from the given axis of rotation having width dx. So moment of inertia is equal to mass multiplied by square of distance. Dimensionally equation is like this. So I is equal to integration of di. So this value of di is substituted here, dm into r square. Dm is substituted by equation 2, m upon 2 pi r into dx r square. So in this equation the integration of dx is equal to x. X is a variable and that x is varies. So this is dx plus dx plus dx, like this. To cover the whole ring you have to change the value of x variable from 0 to total circumference capital L. So limits are x is equal to 0 to x is equal to L. In this case x is a variable. So integration of dx is equal to x. How? That we have proved separately. ही इंटिग्रेशन आपण बऱ्याच वेळा यूज केलेलं आहे, जरा लक्षात ठेवायचं याच्या पुढे ते. सो इंटिग्रेशन ऑफ डी एक्स इज इक्वल एक्स वी हॅव सबस्टिट्यूटेड हियर. सो एक्स हॅज अपर लिमिट एल, एक्स हॅज लोअर लिमिट 0. सो दिस इज द मेथड टू फायनाइट द फायनाइट इंटिग्रेशन, टू फाइंड द फायनाइट इंटिग्रेशन. याला फायनाइट इंटिग्रेशन म्हणतात. वेन लोअर अँड अपर लिमिट आर substituted used, then it is called as a finite integration. So m upon r upon 2, m into r upon 2 pi, as it is L. So m into r into L upon 2 pi, this bracket has the value only L. L is a total length, that is circumference 2 pi r. So 2 pi will get cancelled and I is equal to mr square. तर ही व्हॅल्यू आपण ऑलरेडी मागे मी यूज केलेली बघा. जस्ट नाउ वी हॅव सीन द मेथड्स. mi of the ring I is equal to mk square, where k is a radius of gyration, is equal to mr square. So m is a mass of the ring, will get cancelled, and therefore k square is equal to r square, and therefore k is equal to r. K is a radius of gyration, radius of gyration, and it is equal to radius of the ring. So by knowing the dimension of the body, we can find the radius of gyration. So you can measure the radius of the ring either by using vernier caliper or by measuring its circumference. Any method can be used. So in this case, you have to measure the total mass of the ring. एकच ऑब्झर्वेशन झालं ते, आणि रेडियस ऑफ गायरेशनसाठी आपल्याला आर मोजावं लागेल रिंगची रेडियस. सो ओनली 2 ऑब्झर्वेशन्स आर रिक्वायर्ड, वन फॉर टोटल मास, अदर फॉर radius of gyration. So by taking only 2 observations, one for mass and other for radius of gyration, we can determine the moment of inertia. And both measurements are practically possible. टोटल मास तर आपण कुठल्याही बॉडीचं डायरेक्ट पॅनमध्ये ठेवून आपण घेऊ शकतो वेइंग मशीनच्या साहाय्याने. सर, सो दिस मेथड इज कॉल्ड एज इंटिग्रेशन मेथड. सो प्रोसिजर इज लाईक दिस: डिवाइड द रिंग इंटू द n number of element of equal masses. Therefore, each element has equal mass dm, 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 etc. And that mass of the single element is given by this type of relation. हा फॉर्म्युला महत्वाचा आहे. मास पर यूनिट लेंथ मल्टीप्लाइड बाय लेंथ ऑफ द स्मॉल एलिमेंट. kg per meter multiplied by meter will get cancel. This is dm. तर रेडियस ऑफ गायरेशन आपण रिंगची के इक्वल आर मगाशी डायरेक्टली लिहिली कालच्या पिरियडमध्ये. तर ती कुठून आली ते आपल्याला इथे एक्सप्लेन करता येते. सो दिस इज अबाउट द मोमेंट ऑफ इनर्शिया ऑफ द रिंग. आता हा रिंगचा जो फॉर्म्युला आपण डिराईव्ह केला याचा यूज करून आपल्याला MI ऑफ द थिन युनिफॉर्म डिस्क कन्सिडर करायची. सो इट इज थिन uniform ring, so it is a 2-dimensional body. The mass distribution is uniform in 2 dimensions like this. जर त्याला काहीतरी थिकनेस राहिली असते तर आपल्याला ती 3-dimensional केस कन्सिडर करावी लागली असती. लक्षात. आता हा जो फॉर्म्युला आपण डिराईव्ह केला हा रिंगसाठी आहे. हाच फॉर्म्युला आपण हॉलो सिलेंडरसाठी पण यूज करू शकतो. लक्षात. सो वेन नंबर ऑफ रिंग्स, सपोज दिस इज ए first ring, this is the second ring, this is the third ring, this is the fourth ring, 5, 6, 7, 8 like this. So if number of rings are put one above the other, piling. So when n rings are piled, when large number of rings are piled up, they form hollow cylinder. So this formula is used for ring as well as for hollow cylinder like this. So MI of the ring and MI of the hollow cylinder, the formulae are same. M stand for mass of the ring or mass of the hollow cylinder. अर्थात आपण जेव्हा रिंग पाईलअप करतो तेव्हा मास वाढत जाणार आहे. समजा एका रिंगचा मास जर 50 ग्रॅम असेल आणि अशी आपण 10 रिंग ठेवल्या तर ते 500 ग्रॅम होऊन जाईल. म्हणजे मास आपल्याला त्या बॉडीचं घ्यावं लागेल. फॉर्म्युला तोच आहे. मास ऑफ द आयदर रिंग ऑर hollow cylinder multiplied by square of its radius. It will give I is equal to mr square will give the MI of the ring or MI of the hollow cylinder. तसं डिस्क आणि सॉलिड सिलेंडर दोघांचा पण फॉर्म्युला सारखाच येईल मग. सो वी विल सी दॅट रिलेशन नेक्स्ट टाईम.